Namaste. We're going to look at Yogic Breathing or three-part breath. It's the breath that we pretty much want to have in all the pranayam practices. And it's a breath that you definitely want to be familiar with when you practice yoga. And it's a combination of the three breaths, the three last videos. So it's a combination of belly breaths, abdominal breathing, thoracic breaths where we expand the rib cage, and clavicular breath where we focus in the chest and more of the collarbone area. We're going to be putting the three of them together. You can use your hands at any point if you need to, just to be aware how you're distributing the breath. This is going to invite more oxygen in, as well as we gain control over the breathing process. You can start lying down if you're not familiar with the breath, if you feel like you still need to work more on your breath. It's a really good way to focus more on what we're doing, but eventually we want to move to find a seat. So if you're comfortable finding a seat, feel free to sit cross-legged or feel free to sit in a chair as well. It's important that the spine is straight, and we want to keep the neck long in line with the spine, so make sure you're not dropping the head back or forward too much. Just neutralizing here, and relax the shoulders. Allow the eyes to close down and start to move your awareness into your breath. And begin by noticing the natural flow of the breath. You want to let the breath be long, deep, and smooth. Become aware of your body. Notice any unnecessary tension or resistance in your body. And do your best to relax. Do your best to soften the legs, the hips. Let the abdominal muscles be relaxed so the air can move into the belly. Let the shoulders drop. Your arms and hands. Relaxing the neck, the throat, your face, all the face muscles. And as we relax the body, as we let the body be received by gravity, we allow the breath to become deeper. And take the next inhalation into your belly. Allow the belly to expand. If you need to use your hands, you're welcome. Then notice the rib cage, the ribs moving towards the sides. This is all in an inhalation. And lastly, our chest. So the chest is lifting, moving up. And as you do that, the shoulders naturally lift slightly. And we reverse the order as we exhale. So we let the shoulders relax, the chest contracts, the rib cage and belly drawing in towards the center. Inhale, expand the belly. Belly relax so you can move naturally with the breath. Then our rib cage, chest. And as you exhale, first the chest contracting, rib cage and belly. Inhale, belly. The belly button moves away from the spine. We notice the rib cage moving towards the sides, expanding, and the chest lifts, bringing more air in to complete the inhalation. And as you exhale, emptying the breath completely, just making sure first the chest contracts, then the rib cage and belly contracting, emptying the breath completely, emptying the lungs. There is a pause, a natural pause at the bottom of the breath, and then we inhale. And same at the top of the inhale, there is a pause. a natural pause, 1 second or two, and exhaling, reversing the order. And whenever you need to use the hands, you're welcome to bring your hands to your belly or the rib cage or the chest to really notice the movement. You might want to spend some time with your hands on your belly, some time with your hands on your ribs, and some time with one hand on your chest until you get familiar with the breath, with yogi breath, until it starts to feel more natural and easy. You can let the hands relax on your legs whenever you feel comfortable. Notice how much air you're inviting in and out. Notice how you're expanding the lungs to their full capacity and contracting. Notice how the mind becomes more present and focused. Notice any movement of prana, of energy. Notice how present you become, how much space you create in your physical body. Noticing how we learn to access different parts with the breath and how we learn to control the breath. Becoming aware of the belly, the rib cage, and the chest with the inhalation in that order. And reversing that order as you exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. Noticing the parts of the body that move with the breath. Noticing how you're distributing the breath. You want to do your best to keep the inhale and exhale even. So notice if the inhale or exhale are shorter. And do your best to keep them long, the same length. And being very aware as well of the pauses between each breath. We don't force them, they're natural. 1 second or two. Continue this breathing for 5 more cycles. Namaste.